oh boy, what up, what up, what up? It is week 18, the final week of the season. I didn't get to film last week with Christmas and all that shit. Things have been crazy, my friends. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But we are here. It is the end of the season. I officially went over 100 wrong. I suck. I know. But I've had a lot of fun. The season's been really crazy. It's been up and down. Different teams have been doing different things, and it's kind of exciting. I think the playoffs are completely up for grabs, and I think we're in for a little bit of a treat. But either way, we'll see how it all shakes out. I went 10-6 last week, so I'm at 153 and 104. But we got 2 games today, and then we got all the games tomorrow. We got a couple playoff implications on the line here. So let's get into it. Tonight we have the Panthers and the Buccaneers. If the Panthers win, they're in. If the Buccaneers win, I still don't know if they get a guaranteed spot. I think it comes down to the other teams in the division to see who may have like the better division record. But either way, it's between the Panthers and the Buccaneers who's going to own that division and go. Could be anybody really. And then, but I think the Buccaneers beat the Panthers. And then we have the Seahawks and the 49ers. Both teams have had their hits and misses, up and down. I personally feel like the Seahawks are going to take this one against the 49ers. And then we have the Colts and the Texans. The Colts were shining bright. They were flying high, and then all the wheels fell off. The Texans started out terrible, kind of made a little bit of a turnaround, but they're still up in the air. However, I do think Texans beat the Colts. However, I've always been a fan of Phillip Rivers, and if he can go out there and win another game, I would love to see it. And then we got our boys, the Bengals and the Browns. Honestly, I'm still not convinced I'm not going to jump in a car and just drive over there real quick because it's like 4 or 5 hours from me. And the tickets are kind of cheap. But anyway, Bengals beat the Browns. Joey B ends on a high note. Everything's okay. Let's not have any injuries. Let's just win the game and go into next season ready to show the fuck out. Bengals beat the Browns. This one was a hard one. We got the Falcons taking on the Saints. The Saints have been on a fucking tear, baby. But on paper, the Falcons are still way better. So who is going to win that game? Bucks. Or Falcons, Saints. Falcons, Saints. To be fair, I took the hot hand on this one. I think the Falcons are the better team, but I think the Saints have that momentum, and sometimes that's really all you need. Saints beat the Falcons. And then we got the Vikings and the Packers, and the Packers have not been looking great. Injuries. The Vikings have fallen off, except for when they played the Lions. But I think the Packers turned this one around and beat the Vikings. And then we have the Jags and the Titans. The Titans are still going to go out and play. However, they have already sent out a message to their fan base saying sorry for the season. I think that continues. Jags beat the Titans. I guess the Jags could sit some people, but I don't think that matters. Then we got the Cowboys and the Giants. Giants. The New York Football Giants lose this game to the Cowboys. Rams and Cardinals. Rams took a tough loss. I don't know if that's going to happen again. The Cardinals are a tough team, but they're not a good team. So I think the Rams beat the Cardinals. But the Rams could sit some people too. I think they're pretty established in the playoffs here. Um, and then you got the Raiders and the Chiefs. The Raiders have sold out. The Chiefs have basically died. However, since the Raiders don't want to win, I think the Chiefs will. Maybe. I don't know. Eagles and the Commanders. This one could be competitive, but I think the Eagles walk away with this one. Patriots and the Dolphins. The Dolphins have been trying to fight. They've been, putting on a bit of an effort here in these last few games. But I do believe the Patriots beat the Dolphins. That is a interdivision game. You don't take it light on them. And then we have the Bears and the Lions. I never would have made this pick earlier in the season, but I do believe the Bears beat the Lions now. And then we have the Chargers and the Broncos. This may be one of the best games of the end weekend. I think the Bengals-Browns game is going to be pretty good because that defense is always wrecks. Myles Garrett going for his big fucking, record-breaking thing. However, I bet he would have wanted it last week to, break the record within, like, the game amount. But I think the Broncos-Chargers will probably be one of the better games of the weekend. I think there are a little bit of implications here, and I think the Chargers really need a win. I do believe the Broncos will take this one, being the better team, but I think the Chargers are going to fight it out. And then we have the Bills and the Jets. I don't know if the Bills are going to make the playoffs. I think they are, but they definitely need a get-right game. And this is a good one going into the playoffs. Go out there, put as many points on the board as you possibly can, and just have fun. And then we have the Ravens and the Steelers, and this one's for the AFC North. I think this will also be... So I think basically our great games are going to be the AFC North teams playing each other, and then I think the Broncos and Chargers is going to be a really good game. I think the Bucks-Panthers game today is going to be really good. But aside from that, there's not like a lot of great things. The Seahawks and 49ers, that could be another good one. So today might have some of the better games. But I think the Ravens and the Steelers is going to be a really fun, hard-fought game. I do believe the Ravens take that one, mostly because I like them more. However, if Aaron Rodgers gets a little bit of a run here in the playoffs, that'd be kind of cool too. Either way, it's been a fun season. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope your teams have at least given you some satisfaction. And hope you guys enjoy the playoffs. Enjoy the rest of the year. Kick it off great. 2026, baby. And don't forget to smile, y'all.